Hey, SMB Nation, we have a special edition of On the Road. The funny thing is, I'm not on the road. We're in my office. But we have someone that traveled on the road. Brian Hleath out of Bend, Oregon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing just fine. Eric, thanks for having me here tonight.
Well, let's go back in time and talk about, well, first of all, your name, Brian Hleath. Kids won't get this. So, family affairs. So, you must hear that almost every day.
Back in the day, by people of our vintage, I'm called Uncle Bill. Folks ask me about Buffy and Jody. Mr. French is just fine. You youngsters won't get that. You'll have to look it up on Wikipedia.
They won't. We met in the Seattle area, so I had the fortune or misfortune of teaching as an adjunct instructor at Central Washington University. You were in the classroom, and off screen you were telling me a funny tale about my Bear computer and Windows NT.
I still remember that. You brought in this big honking tower of a computer. It's probably the biggest one I've ever seen. And it was running Windows NT. And this was probably 94, 95. It was like an early preview.
Man.
It was early. But that was NT, new technology. And so that sort of started me on
and it's back when I had red hair and I was a NetWare guy, right?
Back in the day.
NetWare rules.
Yeah.
For the purposes of SMB Nation, so you've carried the bag. So let's talk about that. You've been an MSP and IT consultant. Let's talk about your past.
I've done a handful of different things over the years. Like many IT people, I've kind of evolved with the times. Start off Windows Server administration back in the day, and that sort of evolved into more, on-premise private clouds, both with Hyper-V and of course VMware. Been a VMware specialist for a number of years, and then most lately, the last several years, it's evolved into more cloud technologies with AWS and Amazon Web Services.
Well, before we get to the future, let's talk about the present. So, sir, you live in Bend, Oregon, and you want to make sure you discourage people from moving there for a lot of reasons.
The thing about Bend, there's a few things to do there. If you're there in the summer, we got rafting, we got great road biking, of course, one of Harry's passions here. Kayaking, winter sports, we got a great mountain skiing and snowshoeing
and Nordic skiing.
Good stuff. Nordic skiing is
on
there
the tracks.
But here's the thing. Don't let all that fun stuff fool you. It sucks there. Don't move there. You can come, you can visit, you can spend money, but then go home. Go back home.
Yeah, no question about it.
Great place to live.
So, we always like to know, what are you doing today, my friend?
Most recently, I was working with a local hospital in Central Oregon, and now I've transitioned to a multinational company, Philips Healthcare.
Okay.
And we have a great solution. It's a telemedicine ICU unit that works with various hospitals around the country. We sort of integrate live patient data with their EMR systems, electronic medical records, with x-rays and doctor's orders and pharmacy and lab results, putting all that into a single pane of glass for doctors and nurses to be able to review, not just locally bedside, but at remote locations as well. Quite exciting.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's increased the speed of the transfer of information, that you don't have to go back in 5 days or something, but it's instantaneous. Is that
We've got all right there, real-time audio and video between our different endpoints. We've got a lot of smart analytics and machine learning behind the scenes that's helping healthcare professionals to be able to make better decisions and things. So we like to think of it as our merging smart data with smart people to make better decisions.
Well, and once an entrepreneur, always an entrepreneur. So you also have a side gig.
I do a little bit of consulting as well. There's a company in Bend, 5 Talent Software, that is a AWS Premier partner. I'm very happy to be working with them.
Yep.
They do cloud-centric software development, and so building applications large and small. I'm more on the operations side and architecture side with AWS. They're also involved in doing what's called an AWS well-architected framework, and that's some of those reviews.
That's a $10
very exciting. So not all applications are just because you can move it into the cloud. How should you do that, and where should you do that? And so we help companies make those decisions to do it right, do it better, do it secure.
No, you're definitely in the edge. Well, I want to tell you, why am I wearing an Intel shirt?
What's up with the Intel shirt, Harry? Tell me that.
Well, because you've been so kind to come up to the Seattle area for Thanksgiving week for a little R&R, a little work.
A little work, and a little visiting with friends and family.
Exactly. Used to live up here. But I pulled this out of the closet because Intel is a friend of ours, a friend of yours. They have a significant facility in the Portland area.
Yeah,
in
they
Hillsboro,
got a few buildings down there.
down in the farm in
Yes.
Hillsboro, Oregon, with the airport right there. So, sir, that is why I'm wearing this shirt. I know it was bugging the heck out of you. Well, hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as
nice
well,
to catch
Harry.
up.
So glad to be here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.